Good evening, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, part 2 for the star signs. As I typed in live with Lucy and then star signs, I actually put in a D in it, come up with don't tap into the energy. No, we're going to tap into the energy. You've waited long enough. I said I'll be back on shortly. That was quite a few hours ago. I did my reading at 6 minutes past 9 this morning, and it's gone 6 o'clock at night now. Cards are all here waiting. What have I done in my absence? Okay, done some gardening, and then I've gone out. I felt like going shopping, and getting some lunch with my daughter. So I met her from work, and we done some shopping. We got some stuff for the garden. A lot of focus on the garden. We chosen some flowers for this season, and it's been nice. But it's like you have been on my mind, like part 2. So maybe I won't get all the star signs done today. If I can get 4 done, that would be good, because then it just leaves 4 tomorrow. Cancer. Let's have a look at your energy for this springtime. You hear shouting next door. That's the energy of like, hostile energy. It's like, don't tap into the energy. But I'm going to. I can't just miss out star signs, can I? And just say, well, that's that then. We've just done the first 4. It's like, let's continue. So, oh, that's funny, because that was hiding underneath. The 2 of Pentacles, what come through first was about you going round in circles. And then we've got the 6 of Pentacles about balance. So going round in circles, when you go around in circles with someone, you're not getting anywhere, are you? But I feel like they feel the same. So it's like you're both going in your own direction, but it's not in the direction that the other one wants you to be going in. 6 of Pentacles here. So the 3 of Pentacles about working in partnership with another, but I feel like you've got your own little partnership going on with yourself. And let's carry on. It's like you can't make somebody be someone or something that they're not. And the same applies for you, that you can't be someone or something that you're not. Well, just going around in circle, well, you're kind of in your own little world here. But I feel like you keep getting bitten. Like these are vampires. Well, let's have a look who's actually got blood around them. Well, this angel here looks like there's blood been splattered up here. And then there's blood around your mouth here. Is it the right word if I'm to say blasphemy? It's like you might not speak very highly. Your beliefs might be different to this other person, so you're just going around in circles with them. But you're in your own little world here, but it feels like you've been fighting with the divine. And you know what? It's best not to do that. These are the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. Taurus and Leo at the bottom. And then we have Aquarius and Scorpio at the top. I think it might be best to let the oracle do the talking. Okay, one more card from here then. The 5 of Pentacles. This is going through the change. Things are going to be changing. Look, someone's worthy of their legacy. And they know their worth. It's like one's focusing on money. So we've got going round in circles. And then the other one I feel is focusing on divine. You're fighting with the divine. Divine riches. What's truly rich in life. You're going through the change here. Snappy. Hostile, and it's because your beliefs are not the same as... There's a particular person that you're clashing with, and so you're not in alignment. So things will change. It's like attracts like, and dislikes attract dislikes. Archangel Power. Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So I feel there's the difference there. Your material needs get fulfilled in magical ways and unexpected ways. And then we have the other side of it, which is acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. I feel like one wants to take, you know, I deserve, but in a more selfish way. Where the other one knows that they're worthy. There's a difference. Six of Ariel, bringing in the balance here. It's more the scales are being balanced out. You can look at these as being scales here. But like there's the upper and then there's the lower. Where do you fit into the equation? Six of Ariel. The Six of Pentacles. There are great blessings in giving and receiving. Material needs, my heart is pumping so fast. I can really feel it. Hold on. There are great blessings in giving and receiving. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. If you're the recipient of such a loving gift, then accept it with gratitude and humility. If you have the means to give to those in need, then do so in a compassionate way without asking for anything in return. And I feel like this energy here is kind of demanding, like asking for something in return, where I felt like the other one was just naturally giving, a naturally giving, kind, loving person. Keep in mind that gifts do not always have to be financial, but can be energetic or take the form of help based on experience. Okay. So one's expecting money to be the help that they require, where the other one is kind of the energy of expecting that they will have good luck because they know they're truly worthy and they don't ask for anything in return, they just naturally give. Okay, so when giving to others, consider what they truly need. Make gifts that don't promote dependency, but rather that are well thought out and empower the recipients going forward. Additional meanings of this card: pennies from heaven, promotions or bonuses, acts of kindness, scholarships or grants. I feel one here is granted the rite of passage, the divine passage, and the other one, you'll be granted your rights to the material fulfillment that you seek, but you have to understand that it's not in alignment with who you're trying to pull over to your way of thinking, and vice versa. You have your own beliefs here. Additional meanings of this card. Pennies, I've already read this. Pennies from heaven, promotions or bonuses, acts of kindness, scholarships or grants. There we go. We've got the reading over with. Okay. That's what was coming through. Let's see what your message from Spirit is. Okay, let's have a look. I think that says celebrate life. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. Looks like a little scorpion there, doesn't it? Okay. Dearest Stu, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. Now, when the Six of Pentacles come in, it's coming twice here. This is the Justice card. But the Divine doesn't do this for you. You have to bring balance to your own life. You have to do what the right thing is for not just you, but everyone else concerned. So we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. So even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. So let's stop fighting with the Divine. Okay. Whew. Cancer, I'm going to flick through the book and I'm going to go to page 127. Because that's where I went to in the last reading. And it caught my attention. But I didn't read it. Okay, 127. Fear of sex spoils the pleasure of being touched. Okay, Jerry's asking the question to Abraham. Abraham, I would like to read to you some questions that people have asked you. These are real life examples that are happening with people, and I'd like to hear your responsive relative to the laws and processes that you've been teaching us. A young woman says, my mother and I are both uncomfortable with sex. We don't like hearing about it, reading about it, seeing it on television, or participating in it. I guess as a result of my mother's strong negative feelings about sex, I now have fear anytime my mate even touches me that it might turn to having sex. I want a good marriage, but how can I enjoy the sensual part or the touching part without this fear that it will push on into the sexual part? Abraham, most anyone reading or hearing the perspective of this woman would have a strong reaction to her words. Some would feel sorry for her husband to have a wife who is so repulsed by the idea of sexual interaction, while others would identify with her feeling about it. If this woman is married to someone who feels differently about the sexual experience than she does, then one of them will always be uncomfortable regarding the subject. The most important thing that we want you to understand, and it is usually the most difficult thing for most people to understand, is that this conversation and ultimately this solution is not about the action of sexuality, for there is no rule about right and wrong sexual behaviour. A strong pattern of negative emotion attached to a specific subject means that the thoughts you have chronically activated about that subject strongly disagree with the perspective of your source. For example, if as a young girl, age is irrelevant, but these things usually begin when you were very young, you felt strong disapproval projected towards you in response to your words or behaviour regarding the subject, you most likely have concluded that you were inappropriate to be offering those words or that behaviour or even those thoughts. You called the empty feeling guilt, and you accepted it as evidence of your wrongdoing or wrong speaking or wrong thinking. But the guidance that your emotional guidance system was offering was very different from that. Your feeling of guilt was instead a simple indicator that your conclusion about your inappropriateness was a very different opinion from the source within you. In other words, you were condemning you and your source was not. There is nothing that you innately want more than to recognize your own value and goodness, and when you harbor chronic thoughts that disallow that, you feel bad. If you have decided that a particular behavior is wrong, you will always feel worse if you perform it. If you have decided that a particular behavior is good, you will always feel better if you perform it. But your life becomes very complicated as you try to sort that out through putting behaviors in categories of right and wrong, of good or bad. For example, if you believe that a good wife is one who tries to cooperate with her husband, you would feel bad by not yielding to his sexual desires. If you believe that sexual interaction is wrong, then yielding to your husband's sexual desires would also feel bad. So whether you say yes or no to his request, you feel bad. It is an impossible thing for you to sort out, and so in time, you decide that his sexual desires are inappropriate. But we want you to understand that none of these emotions that you have been feeling have anything to do with the rightness or the wrongness of his request or behaviour. Your emotions are always and only about whether your thoughts about a subject align with the thoughts of your inner being. And when you decide you are inappropriate, you are always out of alignment with your source. When you decide that your husband is inappropriate, you are always out of alignment with your source. If you decide that your mother was wrong to influence you on the subject of sexuality, you are out of alignment with source. Let us say that, through the life experience that you have lived, you have decided that you do not want to participate in a particular activity, sexual or otherwise. And let us also say that you spend no time thinking about what you do not want regarding the subject, so there is no active vibration within you about it. Under those conditions, the powerful law of attraction would bring to you a partner who is in complete agreement with you, and you would have no struggle in living your compatible life. Now let us say that, through the life that you have lived, you have decided that you do not want to participate in a particular activity. You made that decision when you were young. In fact, you learned it from your mother, whom you trusted. This feels like an important decision to you. You read books about it. You seek counsel about it. You are very, very clear about what you do not want, and you justify that decision often. In this situation, it would not be possible for the law of attraction to bring you a partner who agrees with you, because the vibration that you predominantly offer on this topic does not agree with your own decision. So you would attract partners who ask or demand of you the exact opposite of what you have decided that you want. It is not our desire to guide you toward or away from sexual activity, but we do want you to understand that this is another case where you cannot get there from there. You cannot continue to offer a vibration that consists mostly of what you do not want and get what you do want. And we would also like you to understand that when you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you will begin to recognize the nature of your broader, non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because of the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not one of condemnation. And so over time, as you come more into alignment with the vibration of your source within you, it is our promise to you that your feelings of sensuality will return. For you have come forth into this physical body, wanting to explore and enjoy the delicious nature of your physical beingness. We have never seen a physical human who was in alignment with Source who was repulsed by physical interaction. Repulsion is an indication of disconnection. Okay, let's leave it there, Cancer. Woo, that was good. Okay. Let's go to Leo. Leo, what's on the cards for you this springtime? Power is what's coming through. Okay, wow. Well, it's in your hands if you want to use it. The King of Wands. We saw the Queen of Wands earlier on. She had the baton. Well, you've got the baton now, so you have the power. You've got the power! I was taken to like the lion here. It's like you've been given the power. King of Wands energy. You're looking quite strong. You're stronger than what you think. Because I feel like he doesn't really want to get up. It's like he's got to give himself like a little push-up here. Been doing your push-ups. But you're stronger than what you think you are. You've just got to test your legs. It's like you're trying to prise your ankles apart here. Four of Swords. Okay. I was feeling the energy of like you getting back up. So let's say you've been like lying in bed for a long period of time. You're not sure how strong your legs are, but I felt like your legs maybe didn't feel like lead, but they could feel heavy, like this baton here. So like you're trying to prise your legs apart. It's like they're heavy. I could feel how heavy they are. I do feel like you'll be as light on your feet once you get up. It's time. This is a card of resting. So it took me to like you laying down for quite a long period of time, whether that's in a hospital. But you've been made to rest. You've been laid to rest. You're not sure if you're strong enough, but you are. You've been given the power. The Five of Wands. Okay. That's When I say that, because this is conflict, fighting with others, the Five of Wands. So I say, do you feel as if you're strong enough? You're not strong enough. You feel like you're not strong enough to fight, as if you haven't got the power, but you've got extreme power here. Okay. It's like this is, I felt these were like fairy dust, you see? Sparkles. Magic. Felt the energy of dissolving, the fighting. You just have to stand up. It's like once you stand up, everyone else is going to back down. Four of Cups. About being dissatisfied, unhappy. And if you don't change this, well, I think it might be a bit too late for that. So I was going to say, if you don't change this situation, it's going to cause you to become depressed. And then you're not going to want to really get out of bed for anything or anyone. That's the underlying energy. Get up. There's the energy coming through because I actually made the comment yesterday, I think it was. I sent a message saying, I just give up today. And I was actually going to correct myself and just say, just with the garden fence, but I just left it. And I thought that is the kind of energy of like, today I just give up. But there was something inside me, for me, straight away, it was just like, oh, you don't mean that. You've got so much more like within you, and I know that. So, but you just feel like that sometimes, don't you? Just giving up. But you've got so much more power in you. You know you're not really giving up. It's like you just have to snap yourself out of it, and you do. Like, it's only you that can really snap yourself out of it. Okay, so. The Page of Gabriel. Energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. Because playful is the opposite energy to this discontent, boredom. It's been coming through. Being bored with your life. My daughter said to me that the song that she was singing earlier on was like 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. And it was like, what's today? And I don't know if she said this to me today, because I thought, well, is it Monday? I'm sure it's her that said that to me. And I said, but that would make sense, wouldn't it? Monday again, working the 9 to 5. Anyway, follow your passion. This is what this masculine's being told. Now, what's interesting, the king is the one who sends out... Excuse me, I've got a tickly throat. The king's the one who will send out the pages and the knights to do, not his dirty work for him, but when he's inquisitive. So this is about this king sending out, like, his page here, making the effort. It's about turning the page. Becoming energetic, you have got the energy. Brave, most definitely brave, Leo. Optimistic and playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Just what this masculine needs. Opportunity for some excitement and adventure. Let's read about the Page of Gabriel. Oh, I feel a bit sniffly. Okay. The situations, you're ready to follow your passion. Opportunities for excitement and adventure are headed your way. This is something that you prepare for and have been hoping would happen. You may feel as though you're not quite ready, but you truly are. Get out there and show everyone how amazing you are. People, an energetic and extroverted person who's exuberant and willing to help. Someone who loves a challenge and brings youthful optimism to all he or she does. Brave, charming, creative, optimistic, certain, active, playful. It's like this needs your active participation. Additional meanings of this card: career advancement, taking a chance, confidence, and embracing life. Let's like dry those tears now. Come on. Let's see what Spirit wants to say to you, Leo. Celebrate life. Is it the same? I think it's the same card. Yeah. Okay. So it really just comes in with a Cancer reading. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story. So I feel like this is the other half to like Cancer's reading. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim or someone else's actions, of someone else's actions. So you've been a victim of someone else's actions or of your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to go to the Vortex book. Not for each of you individually. Seriously, maybe I need to. Okay, we'll do that then. Look, I'll just do what I'm guided to do. No complaints. Let's read from the Vortex. Do we have power to influence others rather than control them? Okay, so Jerry's asking the question. I'd like to talk more about the power of influence or the power of control we have over one another in our relationships. How much power over others do we actually have, and how can we avoid being influenced away from something that we want by another who thinks that we should want something different? But it's definitely coming in with the Cancer reading, isn't it? Abraham, it is good that you see that there is a distinction between control and influence, and we would like to take your understanding further still. I just keep coming like really breathless, as if my windpipe keeps getting blocked up and tickling. Okay, when someone seeks control over another person or over a situation, they never achieve it, because in the attitude of control, there is such a big component of knowing what you do not want that your vibration and point of attraction are working in opposition to your actual desire. Even though you may join forces with others to push against the unwanted, and even when it appears that your forces have overwhelmed the opposing forces, you never actually gain control, but instead you enhance or add to your attraction of more unwanted. The faces and places may change, but more unwanted keeps coming, and you find no sustainable control. Also, there is little distinction between seeking control of a situation and wanting to influence a situation to be something different than it is, other than the extent to which you are willing to try to achieve it. It's of action to coerce, where in an actual attitude of control, you may offer stronger words or even take specific action to affect the behaviour of another. But there is an even more important distinction that we want to make here than the one between influence and control. And that is the distinction between trying to get to where you want to be from your awareness of what you do not want, as compared to getting to where you want to be from your awareness of what you do want. The first is more about trying to motivate another to a different behaviour. The latter is more about inspiring another to a different behaviour. In your effort at motivation, because you are focused upon what you do not want, you do not have the benefit or help of your true power. But when you are focused completely upon what you do want, thereby releasing all resistance or opposition to your own desire, you are engaging the energy that creates worlds, and your power of influence is mighty. Lion, mighty lion. Leo. Okay, I told you you've got power, more power than what you're aware of. In your connection to and allowance of your true power, your influence to bring others into their own power is great. Okay, I'm pleased that we read from the book. Oh, I've just knocked the keyboard on. It went blue, then it went red, then it went orange, and now it's going white. It's a multi-changing, multi-universe. Okay, Virgo. Should we have a look and see what's on the cards for you this springtime? Oh, okay. We've got like the Chariot, look. I'm shuffling the cards, but I could kind of see that one was... Oh. How many of these cards around? How did that happen? Is it like magic? Are they all like that? Seriously, how did that... The Chariot. Is there a card around the... Oh, come here. I'm just putting him back in the deck, Virgo. Right, should we have a look and see? Because the Chariot card is like getting like a nudge from the divine to take action. And that masculine was still... He was still facing the other way. There's still one more card, a conflict card. The masculine, the King of Wands, with the resting, the Four of Swords, was facing the other way. But I've put him back in. But the conflict is still there, facing up the other way. Let me just deal with the conflict card for you. Gonna hum. I know you're in here. There it is. Right, let's put that back in. Are we ready? Okay, we're ready. Let's do this then. It's like the keyboard's not changing colour anymore. What made it change colour then to start with? Three of Cups. Time for a celebration. Okay, it's time to celebrate. I put the King back in, haven't I? Found the right way now. We got rid of the conflict. It's time to celebrate. What's shouting here is like unconditional love, the Ace of Cups that you've both managed to attain. You're understanding what love is. Okay, and this masculine is as well. So it's time for a celebration, for you to share this cup of love together. It's like the cherry on top. It's like the cherries are going to fall in, so the cup's here. Lots of cherries on top. But that's good, because I like cherries. I love cherry Coca-Cola. Okay, the world here. Let me just pull some more cards, because that energy is taking me to the Cancer reading. So I feel like it's time to celebrate, because we've just done two readings. One was for Cancer, and I felt it was this energy. The second one I felt was like the other half of Cancer, the one that they wasn't like in alignment with. That King of Wands energy. And I felt like that now that this is out of the picture, and it's like being segregated, and it's under like the fixed signs here, which are the most powerful signs of the zodiac. Now that they've taken control of this, it's time to celebrate. One more card. Okay. It's really just going to be about this masculine sending a message. So get ready to celebrate, because like your true other half will be messaging you. I feel the energy is going to be asking you out on a date. The Emperor. I could see a calendar. It's like, I don't have a date for you to actually put down, but you're to be expectant of it. Okay. That's all it really needs to do now, is to let you know, and then you can celebrate. That's all I need to tell you about that. Virgo, let's go. Earlier on, I went through my CD collection. I was drawn to Janet Jackson, Design of a Decade, I believe the album's called. Disc 1 goes in. I put it on random, and the song that comes up, and I've sang it a couple of times in my head, I just chose not to sing it out loud. The first song that came out was, "Come on baby, let's get away. Let me take you on an escapade. Let's go, escapade, we'll have a good time. Leave your troubles behind. Oh, you can be mine, my escapade." Okay. Knight of Michael, look at this. But I feel it's more the energy of, like, because the feminine's here, it's like, be ready. Okay. Time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. And you need to be prepared for this. Oh my goodness, I feel like I've just sniffed a fly up my nose. It's interesting. It's like, you know, it might be like a fly on the wall. The fly is actually going to be like inside of you. Up close and personal. Okay. Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual and diligent. Where's the book for this, please? Okay. Oh, it's right there. Leave your troubles behind. Situations. Time for swift action. It will be necessary to move with great decisiveness and confidence. Develop a plan and know exactly how to carry it forward. There is a great deal of activity. This card encourages you to follow your mind over your heart for the results you desire. While you're urged to act quickly, you mustn't act impulsively. Okay. I feel like this is for this masculine here. Although he mustn't act impulsively, he does need to act quickly. It's like any time, really. People, a person who is able to accomplish many things at once. Someone with a brilliant mind and the capacity to solve any intellectual problem. Strong, focused, committed, educated. Okay. When he comes in, he knows it's for the good and it's for long term. Okay, so what did I just... Oh, he's sitting here because I felt him like contemplating. He needs to send a message, but he just needs to sort out the dates, organise some details, make some plans. He's got a brilliant mind and the capacity to solve any intellectual problems. He's strong, he's focused, he's committed, and he's educated. When I say he's educated, they mean like he knows he's not playing around. He wants to play around. You're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of action. It's a new time to celebrate. You're going to be celebrating this cup of love together. Sharing it. Drinking out of the same cup. Let's get a postcard from Spirit, Virgo. So the energy of like kind of being asked, can you like get away? And like the answer's going to be, oh, of course I can. Oh, yes. Expect it. How many cards do you want to give me? 2. Okay, there's 2 postcards. 2 messages. This first one says, with love. Dearest Jew, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organised, accepting, creative, open, and so on. And those are the ones we want you to keep thinking. And they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much. I feel like my face is becoming quite flushed. Oh, my hands are quite cold, but my face is quite warm. You are divine beauty. I'm just trying to look at the image here. What's going on there? Dearest Jew, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world, interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if it were truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much, rainbows explode in the ether. When I said about expecting this invitation. Okay. Well, that was quite beautiful. Should we go to the book? We'll go to the book. I'm just going to give them a shuffle. I feel drawn to go to like the back of the book here. I'm just starting from here. Page number 222. We want to say to you, take your power back by remembering that a belief is only a thought that you keep thinking. A belief is only a thought that I keep thinking. A belief is only a thought that I keep thinking. A belief is only a thought that I keep thinking. I'm starting to believe that. Fun. A belief is only a thought that I keep thinking. A belief is only a thought that I keep thinking. When I think a thought, it activates a vibration, and when a vibration is activated, my point of attraction kicks in. So if I keep thinking this same thought, and I keep activating this point of attraction, and law of attraction keeps responding to this active vibration, then I'm going to continue to get results, not because they're true, and not because it's reality, but because it's the law of attraction's consistent response to a thought that I keep thinking. So if it's a thought that you keep thinking and you're getting results that you don't want, wouldn't it be prudent to begin to think a different thought? Oh, but Abraham, that doesn't seem logical. You want me to think an airy-fairy pretend thought. You want me to put my head in the clouds or in the sand. You want me to pretend that something that isn't is. Yes. You want me to fantasize? You want me to imagine? You want me to use words that aren't true? Yes. You want me to pretend that I'm slender when I'm fat? Yes. You want me to pretend that I'm prosperous when I'm poor? Yes. We want you to think the thoughts that match what you want until you believe them. And when you think the thoughts that match what you want until you believe them, universal forces will give you the proof of your belief. But if you need to see it before you believe it, it cannot come. You have to believe it before you see it. What's a belief? A belief is just a thought I keep thinking. So what did we just say? You have to keep thinking the thought until it becomes. You have to keep thinking the thought until you believe it. And when you believe it, it is. When you believe it, it is. It's so simple. We are done. Fun. So what distracts you from that? Reality? Facts? So what? Everything that you see that you call reality is just coagulated. I've got these words coming up now. They are coagulated. I cannot read this word. Combined thoughts, a thought that somebody thought long enough. Okay, I think that's enough from that. My face is really flushing. Right, so we shuffled those cards. Now we're shuffling these cards. Who are we going to? Libra. Okay. Then I have to decide whether or not I want to stop. A bit tongue-tied now. Okay. That was good though. It come in with like believing it, expect it. You're all quiet this evening. Libra. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. It's getting hot. Do you know, it took me to the game that you play when like you're trying to look for something, and like you're guiding someone, but you guide them by like the hot and cold method. So if they're not near it, you kind of go cold, cold, freezing, freezing. You're getting warmer, warmer, warmer. Hot, hot, like scorching. And they know that they're right there, right by you. Three of, it's manifestation cards. Three of Wands, being very, very close to your manifestation. And you can feel it. The King of Swords, you can feel it because he's thinking it. So this is about the thoughts. Okay. Maybe they're like embarrassing thoughts. Like, not necessarily embarrassing, but thoughts that you'll share just between the two of you. Thoughts that will make you blush. You know those kinds of thoughts. We've got a heartbreak here, but this is cutting through the heartache. So again, the King sends out the Page to send a message. We've got the Page of Swords here. Cut to the chase. We're going to cut through all the bullshit and we're going to be truthful. Because what does the truth do? It sets you free. And it feels good to be able to tell the truth. So that's what that's about. But we're talking about justice with Libra. The scales are balanced out. This masculine's going to be speaking the truth. Your manifestation's coming in. We're cutting through all the heartache and bullshit now. And he's actually putting in effort, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is someone working on their, I won't say on their craft, but he's not working on being like crafty anymore. He's working on his integrity. He's been working on his integral value. Well, let's go to the archangels. A little hiccup there. He had a little hiccup. It's like he's brought himself back into alignment. He knows what the right thing to do is to be honest and truthful. The Four of Michael. This is interesting, because that card of resting, this is the masculine here that has to make effort towards the feminine, because she is like in the Four of Swords energy, where she's got a little lanterns now. And you can see that she's like sleeping, resting, in solitude. Insights that come from quiet meditation. Oh, I felt the energy, didn't I? Feeling it. Picking up on his thoughts. Through meditation. The need for more sleep. 20%. Low battery. The need for more sleep or time off. I definitely resonate with this energy. I've been sleeping so much. And I've got the week off this week, which is just lovely. I can just do as I please. When I please. And seek relief from stress. So if we're cutting through the bullshit here and the heartache, and not wanting to cause any more upset, this masculine's going to be coming in with like this, I just feel this feminine's withdrawn from the stress of, should we say the stress of the connection, the stress of this masculine. Well, he's coming in to do the right thing now. Let's read about the Four of Michael. But I feel this is the feminine here who's resting. Or if you're not resting, then I feel like you'll be drawn to rest. You'll be forced to rest so that you can connect. It's time to take a break. The situation you find yourself in will not benefit from more action on your part at this moment. No, it's for the masculine to participate, to take part. Step back, let it go. It would probably be best not to even think about it for a little while. Okay, so changing the way you think about things. Resist the urge to challenge those who disagree with you. The key to a successful solution is likely to arise from meditation or the unexpected epiphanies that come while on a quiet walk. Are you getting enough sleep? If you've been ill, make sure you take all the time necessary for full recovery. Good evening, Cynthia. A male co-worker asked about the chakras this morning. That's interesting. We had a little chat, gave him some things to go home and research. Awesome. The additional meanings of this card: make time for yourself, take a vacation, pursue spiritual activities, seek relief from stress. Shall we see what the... I do actually feel as if this masculine is seeking relief from stress, because this is quite stressful carrying this with him. This, it's pain. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. With love. Dearest Stu, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is we have a plan. So Divine Feminine, I feel it's not for you to like push at the moment. It's more for the masculine to be able to come out of this state of the Four of Swords, of resting, relaxing, contemplation. And this is where you are at the moment. So today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your garden. I've been preparing to plant some in my garden today. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly, then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to centre, replenished, and ready for more adventure. We love you so very much. Okay. I felt the energy where it's like something that you need to like say is no, thank you, no, I can't. And I want to say no, thank you, no, I can't focus on like, it tells you here not to even think about it for a while, this kind of connection. It's like, I'm not going to focus, no, thank you, I'm not going to focus on the negatives. No, I can't focus on the negatives. Hi, Danny, how you doing? Hello, on our work break. I wondered who I would be picking up on the work break. Cynthia. That's it for you, Virgo. So what do? We've got a 20% warning sign come up. I think we're going to give it a little rest here. I'm not sure that I'll be back on tonight, which means we'll pick up tomorrow with Scorpio. We can do the final 4 tomorrow. It's just, I'm trying to think what the time is. It's gone past 7 o'clock. Thinking more about the battery power. And I have until maybe about 8:30. And then I'll be kicked out of the office. So we've got no chance then. Libra. Did I just call you Virgo? Oh my goodness. I'm going to rip that page. I want to listen to the audio. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but it's The Vortex. Esther and Jerry Hicks. I think that has like more like live audience, live participation, the recordings of them. Oh, interesting. I've gone to like flawed premises. There's a, I think they might list all the flawed premises on the back, which I've never seen before. Flawed premises. Okay. False statements, yeah? False beliefs, should we call them then? Flawed premises. Number 1, I am either physical or non-physical, either dead or alive. Or alive. Or alive. So these are really false statements. I am either physical or non-physical, either dead or alive. Number 2, my parents, because they were here long before I was born, and because they are my parents, know better than I do what is right or wrong for me. No, that's not true. Okay. Number 3, if I push hard enough against unwanted things, they will go away. No, that's not true. None of these are true. 4, I've come here to live the right way of life and to influence others to do, it doesn't say this. I have come here to live the right way of life and to influence others to the same right way of living. That's not true. Lucy, you can't keep saying they're not true after I listen. These are not true. There's quite a lot. There's 22 of them. Number 4, I have come here to live the right way of life and to influence others to the same right way of living. Number 5, because I'm older than you. Oh my, I tell you, my ears just rang then. It's like, because I'm older than you, okay, I am wiser than you, and therefore you should allow me to guide you. Number 6, who I am began the day. Who I am began the day I was, who I am began the day I was born into my physical body. No. With enough effort or hard work, I can accomplish anything. To be in harmony with another, we have to want and believe the same things. The path to my joy is through my action. I cannot have everything that I desire, so I have to give up some things that are important to me in order to get others. Number 11, if I leave an unwanted situation, I will find what I am looking for. Number 12, there is a finite container of resources that we are all dipping into with our requests. 13, there are right ways and wrong ways to live. 14, there is a God who, having considered all things, has come to a final and correct conclusion about everything. 15, you cannot know, while you are still in your physical body, the true reward or punishment for your physical actions. 16, by gathering data about the manifestations or results of the way the people of the earth have lived and are living, we can effectively sort them into absolute piles of right and wrong. 17, only very special people, like the founder of our group, can receive the right message from God. 18, by ferreting out the undesirable elements in our society, we can eliminate them. 19, a good relationship is one in which the dominant intention of each person involved is to find agreement and harmony with the other. 20, when I focus upon things of a physical nature, I am less spiritual. 21, it is my job as a parent to have all the answers so that I can teach those answers to my children. And 22, I can criticise successful people and still achieve my own success. False. Highlighted that last one, didn't it? I can criticise successful people and still achieve my own success. You can't criticise success and expect to receive it as well. So they are the false premises there. More explained within the book. Okay. She wants someone, but not that one. Jerry, okay, so what would you say about a woman who seems to feel good about herself, who continues to express her desire for a mate, but who disqualifies them one by one as the parade of men moves through her experience? Abraham, her desire for a mate keeps the men coming, but her belief in bad relationships causes her to push them away, and her attention to unwanted characteristics makes it impossible for the characteristic that she desires to come to her. If she is continually focusing upon what she does not like in the men coming to her, her chronic attention to the lack in others is keeping her from being in alignment with who she really is, and under those conditions, she cannot be feeling good about herself or about anyone. Finding lack in others is not the path to liking what you see in yourself. If you are a person who has trained yourself to look for positive aspects, you will find them in yourself as well as in others. If you are a person who has trained yourself to look for negative aspects, you will find them in yourself as well as in others. Therefore, it is always accurate to say that no one who is critical of others really likes themselves. It defies law. Whenever you see those who are very critical of others, you are actually seeing people who do not like themselves. The appearance of a superior attitude you sometimes see, which causes you to think that people really like themselves, is often their way of covering up the insecurity or lack of alignment they are feeling. When you really like yourself, you are in harmony with the source within you, and when that is your case, your appreciation of others flows abundantly, and when that is the case, wonderful things flow steadily to you. When you are in alignment with your source, the law of attraction can then only match you up with others who are also in alignment with their source, and the ensuing relationship is then one of satisfaction and delight. And when you are out of alignment and feeling bad, the law of attraction then can only match you up with others who also feel bad, and those relationships are unpleasant and uncomfortable. You want to co-create with one another, but if you are not tending to your own personal alignment, then co-creating with others only exaggerates your misalignment. Interacting with others adds immeasurably to the expansion of your planet and to all that is, And yet most people deny themselves the pleasure of co-creating because of their attention to the unwanted aspects of those around them. In other words, for the most part, you are focused upon the worst in one another rather than the best of one another. And the reason for that is you have not found your centered place before you came together, and so when you come together, you perpetuate the imbalance in one another. That took me to that Three of Cups energy, where two cups were coming together. I don't know if it was this one. I don't think it was this one, was it? No, it was Virgo's one, was it? About celebrating. And like you're sharing this cup together. Beautiful. Okay, let's leave it there. 70 minutes, 51 seconds. I will catch up with you guys soon. And, well, until then, I don't think it will be tonight, but we'll see. I'm going to go and charge up. And I'll be back at some point for Scorpio's reading. Okay, so you love my hair? Thank you, Ariel. Okay, I will catch up with you guys soon. We never know what will happen. Expect the unexpected. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.